Might change my car. Probably shouldn't have done that side by side.
Now you have to use an extreme track toy. This is what I'm trying to do the Forza thing.
Like one of these?
Nope. Go over to that one. One of those. It's probably the best on that one.
Okay. Darn it.
To rewind.
Oh. So you push Y?
Yeah, no rewind.
Oh.
Here, once you get something.
Yeah, that. I got lapped.
You got lapped?
Yeah.
can't get lapped. I'll do the same race. You can just get this gently. Kind of put your foot on the bottom and push it. Yeah, like that. That's good. Alright, so careful stepping over the cord. And you can... The bandwidth is real bad.
Why is the quality so bad?
It has to do with the internet. It's not anything we can control at this point.
Yeah.
Don't want to do anything goes because then they get there with this. Let's see. We need to win one of these races with the Extreme Track Toy in order to win 3 wheels. I'm going to go now and I'm going to build a track toy just for rally racing. So let's see here. I've got one of these back monos here that I won in a garage I haven't messed with, so I'm going to take it. Oh, see. So let's. So our speed skills boost. This is the one that I won, so I don't really care about it. And it's not. So let's junk this thing out and make it into an off-road race car. Get an all-wheel drive. So there's all-wheel drive. I don't know if I want to go to 3-liter V8. There's a turboed 1.6 liter. Let's see what it does to the weight of the vehicle. Going to the 3-liter V8 is actually less weight than the 1.6, and that's a no-brainer. Now we can turbo it. Let's max out everything here. I'm even getting some static in my headphones. Switch it back over to the YouTube so you can see your comments.
It's till a while later.
So we'll max out the driveline, drivetrain, which is kind of funny that's even an option on a car like this. Right. And now tires. I want to go with rally tires. Big fat ones. This is going to be my off-road car, so we're going to make it look a little different than we would a normal car. See, that's 30 pounds less. There's the redneck wheels. Track car, but I don't want to add weight just for looks. Ooh, not for what we're doing today, though. These are some of the lightest wheels in the game. Guess I'll go with that, even though it's not. And let's see, 17s, all for an off-road car. Just a little more sidewall. I hate that I can't do any wings. Or look at that. Look at the back tire on that thing. That was pretty cool. You can see the tread there. All right, so we want to install that. We only gained 130 pounds, but we increased over 400 horsepower. We actually lost lateral G's. Oh, probably because of the tires. Keep it in the wrong. to do the most important thing of all. Put a paint job on this thing. Can't ever race a car that hasn't been painted. Factory paint jobs. What do we want to do here? It's going to be my off-road car, so it needs kind of... Don't want to go that off-road, but... Okay, we're going to do that. What happens with our hood? If that's the hood, the same. Because I'm going to come back and do something different in a minute. Wheels. Where's just plain white? Is that supposed to be white? White. Won't let us do windows or wings on this car. Well, it might let us. Nope, can't do mirrors either. So now we're going to go and throw some stickers on top of this copper look to somehow make it look like an off-road vehicle. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Oh, so that's when you paint the right side. I'm not going to leave this red. Let's see here. It's kind of hard to think of what would look like an off-road vehicle. Don't want to load that. I want to do vinyl shape. Make it look like it's got some mud or dirt on it here. Go like a brown color size. And that around here. Camo here, not even meaning to. not trying to make this thing look good. Kind of making it look like a sort of an ugly off-road car. So there we go. Some kind of ugly colors together. So we got the brown with the green. Let's go to this side here again. Paste it over here. Oh, I forgot you can't do the same on this one because of that little gas cap thing. So if you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm painting here. I take that initial logo there, cut it out, paste it back in, and then paste it again. Then I take the lowest one and I go into it and I change the color to the color I want to make it. So now I can go back into it again and move just that bottom one. And that's how I get this effect, like a three-dimensional effect. Now I'm going to use the Y to stamp it. And then I just kind of, every time I stamp it, it gives me another copy of it. I can just move that around until I've completely gone around the whole logo. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get it right. Sometimes it's real difficult. So then I wind up having all these different ones here that are basically just that bottom color. So I'm going to go back to the top and I'm going to do the same thing with this brown here. I'm going to cut it out, paste it back in, paste it in again, then go in there and change it around the logo width. Now I'm going to go back into that one and move it a bit. Paste, paste, paste. There we go. Wow, that's kind of not the plan. It's different. So I think I'll go with that for now. Change the car up. Oh, where's it at here? Oh, I better get that front bumper also. Okay. So I can go and take this base color here, change it if I want to. Give the car an entirely different look really quickly. That's kind of weird looking. Kind of looks like an old woman's blouse. It's really ugly. That's really ugly. Just came up with a really ugly car here. What color did I have now? Okay. Save to current car. I'll go ahead and share this library also, just in case somebody likes it. And then let's go see if we can race this car. Tire pressure all the way down. All the way down. Gearing. Alignment. Let's see here. Negative in the front. Anti-roll bars. I'm going to get those pretty loose. The vehicle, I want to be able to have some flexibility with it. Springs. Let's make the springs really soft. It looks like they're about 50 pounds different from each other. 50 pounds different now. Let's make this all the way down. Arrow. Yeah, we can't change this. Impossible. Braking, leave that alone. Front to have a little more pull than the rear. Almost, not quite a front wheel drive car, but close to. Decel, we want to turn that down to give us a little better handling. And in fact, turn tighter. So let's go with that for now and go see how this thing runs. I'll fast travel back over here to the race. Hit the wrong one. Come on. Extreme Track Toys Rally Racing. Makes no sense at all. Ferrari, Ultima, Bentley, and that Ford Falcon thing. Ferrari tuned the car, so let's just go. See what it does. Definitely came out of the hole good. Bouncing all over the place, probably not. That sucked. Hey, they all wrecked right there too. Wow, this thing is all spinning and spinning. Get out of the way, get out of the way. In the second place. Pretty much having to drive this car just hard throttle. This stuff happens. Oh no. Oh, come on. Big jump. And that's the end of the race right there, pretty much. Second place. That's all I ever get with this race. Restart, yep. I'm just going to keep doing this till I win. What would I change on the tune for that? I actually think I need less power because the car is just ridiculous. Let's get it really high to kind of bog it down. Take out some of that extreme power that we built into it. see how this does. One of those races you really have to drive the full throttle and hammer through everything. You have to just barely give it gas. Throttle when it's time to hammer the throttle. Oh, I landed on top of that guy. Use him as my brakes. That didn't work. That was a nice Ultima up in front of me there. That turn right there really stinks. I was in an Ultima and I went and built this car to try to have something faster. Now it's oh, that's not that is. That's not gonna aim that time. And don't wreck. Don't let him catch me. Easier said than done. I think we got it this time. Just don't wreck. Don't wreck. Whew. That should get me, I think, 3 wheel spins. I'm gonna watch that replay. And the way it's tuned is actually working there instead of just handling like a. It's actually getting some suspension use. It's amazing that this is at the highest ride height you can possibly set it. The car is still that low. Oh, slammed me in the wall there. Okay, enough of that. So I think that's got of the Forzathon stuff achieved for now. Flag to flag, Forzathon, win or something. I missed it. So let's see. Oh, that was 25,000 XP. On social. Wow, that's it. So that's all the Forzathon for this time. I did win some. Let's go do the wheel spins. If I can find them. I have 4 wheel spins. 75,000. Collect and spin. Good luck on these things for the last couple months. Oh, there's a good one. Like that. Destruction skills boost. Oh. Hoping I would win that one. $40,000 tries and let's spin one more time. Hey, you got a Ford GT. 50,000 credits or whatever it is. Let's see. Double credits from next exhibition race. What's this? For the next four campaign races. And 30% extra credits from your next championship. Here. Let's go see what we won. Okay, so no, he just won a Mercedes in the wheel spin. Check that out. And I think it was a Mercedes. Maybe it was one of the Forzathon cars. So, oh, that one there. I think I just won that in the Forzathon boost. Oh, look, I've got basically this on. Or, yeah, on an HE. And then I've got the Black Series AMG Coupe Black Series Horizon Edition and C63 AMG Edition. I think I just won another vehicle with something else. Never had that before. I don't remember having that before either. Got all these cars I didn't even know I had. Oh, there we go. I think that was the other one I just won. Also, so let's see. I want to build one of these. Saw somebody racing this Jaguar. It was really slow. Like these old E-types. But for now, let's take this HE edition car and build it. Make it as fast as possible. Don't want to be in photo. Don't want to go tuning. I want to upgrade this thing. So 11 horsepower. It weighs 3,300 pounds and it's rear wheel drive. It's an S1 class car with a dreaded V12. I do want to make it all wheel drive. Boost it. Ugly car really too. So it's already got some of the stuff done to it. Thing here. Should already have the big brakes. Yep, we got those. Suspension already has a good suspension. Sway bars, everything's good there. You can. Don't know why you really would. Weight reduction for you. 500 pounds you can reduce. Now we made it all-wheel drive this stuff. Not a big thing, they're kind of tacky looking. Big white letters there, so I'm going to drop fat tires on it. Rim diameters. I think this car needs 20s. Ooh. Gonna leave the HE wheels on this one. Let's check some stuff. I think they've already given you everything Yeah, that's aftermarket. Of course, it's not adjustable if you take the wing out of it. Wonder how fast this car actually is. Let's leave this wing on it and let's take it for a trip around Goliath and just see how it does. So we'll install this setup. We dropped a little bit of weight even though we went to the bigger rim size, and we went up to 1515 horsepower, so about doubled our horsepower. And now the most important, clicking on the wrong thing, is painting the car. The car doesn't look good. Black? You think black? Manufacturer's color, yellow, that's all. I kind of like that right there. Don't ask me why. That looks good for some reason. I'm gonna go with that. Leave the hood alone. Let's do polished carbon fiber. Can't paint the wing. Of course, we're gonna black out the windows. What happens to these wheels? They need a little something. Previous colors. I think I'll do that. With my wheels that color, I kind of want to go with black. That looks good. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to do a quick tune on this and take it for a lap around before it performs. Helps when you're thinking about which direction the road goes in front of you. Actually seems like it handles pretty. I have a tendency to hit things when I'm driving backwards. So let's. Where's that? Is that it? Goliaths are available for a long time. I think my best lap on Goliath, when I wasn't trying to go for a best lap, just kind of playing along and realized I was doing good, and so I stuck with it, was around the 9-second mark. I would be happy with this car if it gets somewhere with the 11-second mark, 11 or 10s. For cars, well, let's just do anything goes. That way I can pick this. I'm going to do a tune on it without having really driven it. So I'm going to reduce my tire pressure. I really didn't pay attention to my gearing to know if I need to stretch that out or not. But I was kind of pleased with how the car was handling there just for that brief little drive that I did with it. Hello, Sacred Gamer. I see you on there. Let's see here. Junior is he went somewhere. He's normally here helping me with the comments. Walk back in. So let's just barely bump the gearing up a little bit. You know, I think I'm going to leave the alignment about the same. Roll bars. Let's leave a lot of this the same. Arrows all the way up already.
Mom was wondering how long.
Don't want to mess with that. Differential. This can really affect how you turn. It helps to let the car turn when it wants to. So I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to balance in the middle. Let's see how this goes. It really sucks when you hit go. There's a sense. If I can just keep it really good, considering this is almost a vintage. This car used to be in a lot of the old Gran Turismos I used to play. Hey, we were way ahead of those guys. Uh-oh. Working backwards, Brian. Oh, gosh. Don't hit the house. Don't hit that tree or that tree. It's definitely not like it's just flat out. My speed is much slower also. Wow. I'm not sure, I just hit 200 for this section. No, my FXXK top speed coming through here. Better. The FXXK when I drive through here, holy cow. It's not going to quit rolling. 180 all the way through that whole section. So I just dropped a third. Got to quit talking and drive. Cars all over the road at this point. Oh, that stinks. This stuff really is hard to keep control when you're in the air, obviously. So there's first and second place right there in front of me. Looks like we caught them pretty quick. I think this car's horsepower and the acceleration really helps it out a lot. Kind of makes up for the fact that it likes to fly through the air at times. Seems like it could benefit from some more downforce. Now, how is that a Bentley? That doesn't even make sense at all. Alright, time to let it stretch its legs and see how many miles per hour. Hit some more. It looks like it's only hitting about 248. But it got the real top speed in this stretch here. You hit it in the one that we're getting ready to enter. This section. So this car could probably pull another 10 miles per hour at least, I would think. Yeah, we could at least hit 260 with this. Let's hope we don't have another major flipping event. So I've driven on Goliath. Kind of having to refresh my memory here on the turns. Kind of feels like the car's really lightweight with no, I've got the downforce ran all the way up. It wants to push a little bit, it wants to glide through the air a little bit. The lap. kind of have to let it push for a second and then hook. But except we even jumped that hill. Holy cow. Can't believe I made it through that. Scenario such some other cars where you can just run through this section flat out, never slide off in the trees, and still keep all of it. Doesn't seem to be the way this Jaguar wants to work. And adjust the differential some and work with it. I'm not sure. What's it gonna do up here at the big turn? I hate this turn. Yep. So definitely could tune on this car some. I think I'd like to loosen up the differentials. I set up 11 or 10-second range. Looks like we're coming up on that. No, no, not the rocks. Rocks. What do I do here? I want to play with the tune some and get a little more serious. So let's see here. Tire pressure, let's barely bump that up some. Gear ratio. You know, if I just turn 6th gear and 5th gear up some, I can keep that acceleration that I like down low. Maybe that was part of my problem right there. That's why the front end wanted to push. It had so much negative camber. I'm going to reduce my brake pressure just a little bit. I was really having to work with that. And let's take the front differential and really loosen it up a lot. So my goal here is to make the car run a faster top speed, but turn tighter and stick to the turns a little better. Tire pressure on here except to turn it all the way down. But there's got to be to improve the car's performance. Just haven't really spent any time with it. It's already handling better. Oh, I felt 6th gear come in. Definitely big high ratio there. Could feel it bog the car down some. This time I'm getting off the throttle on some of these bumps. Too much air, losing speed. Changing the camber, the camber definitely helped this car out some. Uh-oh. Turn two. My 6th gear is probably a little too far down, a little too much, but it does mellow it out and make it a little easier to run through some of the turns. The car is not trying to just spin and take off out from under you. How can I start running off the road? Okay, that was purely causing it to spin and slide. Not much I can do about that for tuning. Kind of defeats the purpose in a race, though. That's a big jump. Sounds like I'm pulling a trailer when I hit 6th gear. Whoa, everywhere. Keep it on the road. This car would be horrible if I took the wings off of it. It would just be terrible. Okay. We're gonna let 6th gear do its job now. Hopefully I don't. Back to 6. Come on. Come on, big money, big money. I want to see 5 miles per hour is what I want to see. There it is, right there. 268, 269. That's pretty fast. Maybe I should be looking at the road at almost 300 miles per hour instead of at the speedometer. Or before we hit a brick wall. That's a lot of speed. You're really pulling a lot of distance on those other cars when you're running that kind of miles per hour. When you're faster than they are. That kind of speed differentiation, you're going to be getting way out there. Wow, it does not like to turn at high speeds at all. Nice. Like how I saved that? A lot of brake work that time. Other cars aren't even close this time around at this point. Could stand to reduce the brake pressure some more still. I'm barely... Did I miss that? Nope. Barely pulling the brake trigger. This is my favorite part of the track right here. Where in many cars you just run through here wide open and never let off. Let me do that. I'm gonna try. Yikes. No, it's not gonna let me, but we're gonna try. I still haven't let off the throttle. Never let off the throttle. It really likes to understeer and just push at times. Still have not let off the throttle. Okay, now we're off the throttle. Sliding and just keep on sliding to the edge of the road till you let off the throttle. The dreaded house turn. This car makes enough power, you really have to stay off the throttle a lot. No, controller battery's low now. Not now. Dang it, I was doing so good. This race. Okay, come on. Come on, controller batteries. You can make it. Let's go. What's our time? Made it under 11.
Since Easter's. You want me to go plug in the other ones?
Alright, got some fresh batteries in the control. What's going on here? Okay, I do not want to restart. Let's get out of there. Okay, so Adam Wilcox mentions turning the toe to about 2 millimeters and running a ton of caster. Let's give it a try and see what it does. A lot of times I run these things pretty much straight up. Every once in a while I'll do a little bit of negative caster. But toe and positive? Okay. Oh, look, now we have 3 of these things. Whoop. A ton of positive casters, so I'm going to take the front wheels and lean them out and then tow them out. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'll listen to anybody and give it a try. Go back in here. I know you guys are going to be laughing if this is a total fail, and that's okay. 2 millimeters towed out. Now, I have done on some cars in the past, I would tow the front out a little bit until the front end or the rear end to kind of let the car swing the rear end out just a little bit, and then, but just a good positive. Wait, you say caster? Caster or camper? Caster. So you've already got the caster out there. Okay. About 2 millimeters out. Full 2 millimeters. Jeez. That's way out there. Let's see. See, that could be a good setup. I don't know if I'd go all the way to 2. Let's try 1. Way up. That's actually the way the caster was on this car when we won it. I don't like all that sliding. Let's go a little bit of camber. Hit any rain. I ever raced on Goliath was like, and it rained and it was dark and it was horrible. Everything was bad. Big one. Racing against like some guys in Cyclones. I actually will swap transit van and all-wheel drive and stuff. I don't know what they had done to theirs, but so still one of the things I really dislike the most is how this car wants to just fly off the ground. Good, I like that. I think the tow did help some. Yeah, I'm liking that, Mr. Wilcox. Good advice. Definitely feel. Hope the roll cage is doing its job right now too. We didn't do a roll cage. There goes that makes no sense at all. Oh, please don't be a tree in there. Please don't be a tree. I'm too focused on the cars up in front of me and not driving right. Let's get back in the game. And you need to have your eyes and your mind focused up in front of you, almost as far as you can see of you. We all have a tendency, I know I do, to kind of focus on what's right in front of me there ahead. And kind of just let your body do what it needs to do. Most people can naturally drive a lot better than they can initially. When you start to fall behind, it's easy to get stressed and feel like, oh, I gotta be passing. Sometimes it doesn't really matter. A lot of times you're not going for the fastest lap. You just need to be in front of that guy at the end of the race. I hear it, it just sounds slow even. I'm gonna hit the throttle and just leave him behind. Alright, here we go. Now, Drivatar is getting some revenge on me. Okay. I'm wondering if that toe is going to scrub off a little speed, top speed, before I hit a brick wall. And this time I'm going to try to not hit the brick wall and see if I can go. Oh, this time we hit a tree instead. See if we can still maybe hit that speed mark. Didn't make it that time. Nothing to do with it. Still wants to push. As soon as I hit the throttle, it wants to push some. I like when you get the little clean racing star that pops up right after you just went off the road and busted through and stuff. Come on. Okay, the Bentley's gonna make me. Oh, they're all catching up to me. I can hear the is. These drivatars know when you're live streaming, they gotta make you lay back there and act like they're trying really hard, and then really, like when nobody's looking, just stop for a minute. Awesome clean racing. There's the horsepower working for us. Just let the horsepower keep doing its job for a minute. Barely on the brakes. Pressure on this a lot. You can see my brake lights fluttering. On the brake trigger enough, just barely enough to even trigger. That wasn't too bad. Here we go. Let's try it flat out again. Not letting off the throttle at all. Back in the game here. Let's turn in. Come on, baby. Come on. You know, in a real serious online race, if you can't take that stretch there flat out, you're really not even a contender a lot of times. I just missed that one big time. Maybe not. Better than I think it is. Off the throttle. Off the throttle. Throttle. Off the throttle. On the throttle. Actual lap time's quite a bit slower that time than last, I believe. I was doing a little more talking. And there's a wall. Did not hit it that time. Are we going to make it under 11 seconds? Barely. Barely. All right, what am I doing? go back and look at one of the other cars we won. Wow, that Bentley's beat up. Oh, let's win the Hellcat. Win the Hellcat. Win the Hellcat. Oh, we passed it. 50,000. You know what? Let's. Oh, it wouldn't let me. I'm gonna waste it. I'm gonna spend it on another spin. I wonder how many people have been legitimately hooked on gambling from this game. Where is it at? Yes. Oh, 70,000 credits. It used to be 50,000. I know they used to be 50,000. Or EXRS 40. Like I said, how many people get hooked? 50 I was gonna spend. It actually cost 70. I won 40. Let's do it again. Makes sense. 20. One more time. Come on. I don't want the bowler. Do not want that thing. One more time. Fine. No, it's not the HE edition. Now let's go HE edition. Hellcat. Just didn't know it. Let's go see here. Go to the Doge cars. Our new Hellcat. Looks like I didn't have it. So that's good. Not a big Dodge fan, but let's go build this thing. Oh, almost nice. Not quite though. Getting need to get an actual fireplace heater. Whoa. Dang. Now watch the entrance. Just came in backwards. So, like Hellcat. I like the red. So they're coming out, Dodge is coming, which is basically like an all-wheel drive Hellcat. So even though it's not in the game, we can make this thing all-wheel drive. So let's make our own demo. Oh, what's that? I always like wide body kits on pretty much anything. Good with the wide body kit. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make it all-wheel drive. Stock powertrain. You know, I want the car to be as fast as possible, but let's do our powertrain. "19 horsepower from headers." That's hilarious. The positive displacement supercharger, which is common for your OEM performance. They almost all go that route. Guess just for dependability. Big brakes. Wow, I'm surprised the Liberty Walk kit didn't come with suspension. Looks like it didn't come with any of this. Wait a minute. Look inside the car. When I just do the subframe connectors, it doesn't change anything. Dropping rounds off this car. Wow, and a lot of times they'll go ahead and do that for you. Let's get that Horizon off. Yeah. Don't know though. The 5-spoke wheel instead of 4. Spoilers and air dams. No. Which actually looks kind of good. Let's go full Liberty Walk on this car. There we go. Let's install it. We dropped weight quite a bit off the car. Wow. A whole lot. So we went from 4,400 pounds to 3,700 pounds. It's almost just a little under 700 pounds. And we went from 707 horsepower to 1,047. Almost forgot we didn't do the V12 swap, which would have gotten us 1515 on horsepower. And now the most important thing of all. La patina. So I can't knock out the windows. They need to go darker than that, you know. Normally I would say no to that. It's a little different. It's kind of different look. Let's just leave them factory for now. The black on the inside with the polished lips looks good on this car. Removed from the party. I didn't know I was in a party. It's kind of sad when you're so uncool, people kick you out of parties you didn't even know you were in. Well, listen to the engine there. Let's switch this to manual with clutch. Remember, it is all-wheel drive. Good, like bogged down sounds you can get from these. There we go. And then we hit the dirt. See, here on the asphalt so we can hear the engine. Whoop, don't wreck, don't wreck. There you go. Now we're finding out we didn't gear it high enough. Top speed of 200 miles per hour. Let's see. Let's go to some free roam and
free roam session for you.
maybe not. Wow. Where do I get to that? Main. Players in session. That's what I want. Holy cow. What is up with this guy here? Oh, looks like he got kicked out or something. Man, that was...
You can hear it out here.
Gosh, just blowing my eardrums out. Okay. I'm going to switch back to automatic because I'm not a big fan of manual and I have nothing to prove. Where's that at? No difficulty. That little avatar thing, whatever that thing is, I hate it. It scares me to death. It's like... Okay, so looks like all the drag strip races tonight are from the Extreme Track Toys from everyone trying to do the Forzathon. Where drag races, just compete in 3 drag races in a track toy is all it is. Extreme Track Toy. And you win either the Mercedes or whatever the other car that I built earlier on in the stream and see how it does in a drag race. Probably not going to do very well. This was basically built as a rally car. It's got rally suspension, rally paint, rally rods, rally gears, rally... and really ugly like paint job that reminds me of those little turtles we used to race in Boy Scouts when I was a kid. You had to paint them. I think mine was painted like that. It was really ugly looking. Everybody brought their Ultima, and I come back mono, whatever it is. Don't expect to win, but man, it'd be hilarious if I did. Holy cow. Guys, they're gonna come fly past me in a minute probably. Time to drive like a jerk. I can't believe I beat him. Hey, wasn't too bad for a rally. That's impressive. Oh, that's cool. So I see Adam Wilk from Real World. And you know, it's funny. My experience is mostly building street cars and working in performance industry. Sometimes in game stuff actually translates from real life, but that seemed to actually help out to some degree on that car. Car like a turtle. I didn't even mean to, but it's kind of like a turtle. Let's go for some big air here. Big air. Uh-oh. It's amazing how one little tree can ruin such an opportunity for some huge air. I really had not planned to paint this thing like a turtle at all. Face. Track toys again. My Ultima is much slower than this car. We'll just use it again. I won this, so this really isn't benefiting me any, other than the fact I'm beating guys I didn't think I would beat. It's satisfying. He's gaining on me. You know, if somebody's going to gain on me and pass me, I'm just going to let them do it. 1 second. I can't stand to be pulling on somebody and coming right up. That's not good racing to me. About the cars, especially drag racing. If my car's pulling on you, just let it go by. Okay, I'm not interested in taking the back seats. I do want to see if I can get an insane... Let's see what we can do with it here. All the speed I can possibly get. Probably should turn my downforce there. So we can see already we don't have a stupid jump. We need a very clean jump, land on the wheels, turn to left. Yes, they do have restriction. Let's see here. So I want to pick a car. I'm just in the mood for a huge jump here. I've kind of put it in the, whatever it's called, in the about page for my channel. That car's not fast enough to jump. Basically, here's my... So I've spent my whole career in the auto industry, mostly in performance and restoration. Right now, dealership if you're a car guy. I knew that going into it, but I did anyway. So I started out doing restoration type work, and then in time, selling speed parts, like mail order parts. And then that turned into helping some friends that were starting a speed shop for about 6 years, and we did mostly street cars, mostly new late model street cars, like your Mustangs and Corvettes and such. DBR High Performance, you can check them out. They're near Nashville, Tennessee. When that business started for the first 6 years before I moved away. And we went from being a shop that was small and just doing like cold air intakes and catback to full builds. I'd sitting in the garage maybe 3 or 4 cars that were all wheels, complete street cars, air conditioning, radios, just a complete streetable car. Big of a jump we can get. This Jaguar's tuned. It can go over 300 miles per hour. It probably won't in this. Let's just see how big of a jump. Wow, I think the back mono actually went. Can we land it? Yeah! I'll land it. Loud dog 0414, setting up an event. Let's see what he's doing. Nope. Okay, I'm going to get off here in a few minutes, but before I do, I'm going to jump I can possibly get out of this car. I would love to stay on here and stream all night long. But I had ahead of me, and at the end of that, a 17-hour drive across the country to go back. So I'm pretty much going to need some sleep this week, I think. Go towards the left of what we just did. Notice how I always land on my wheels? That's skill, pure skill. So I'm going to jump more to the left. I'm going to hit that big hill as fast as I can. I just want to fly. Fly like a bird. I'm going to get over here, get some speed. Come on. Stay straight, stay straight, stay straight, stay straight. I'm going to land it on the wheels. Told you. That wasn't as crazy as I wanted it to be. Where else? What else can I do? I wanted this thing to just fly. A big jump. I found it when I was doing a video of the Jeep's flying around through the tunnel. Where is that? I think it's maybe... It's a really steep hill you can hit and just fly. I'm going to set a destination over here. Where I can see up in the air where it says destination.
Turn around.
Yeah, there we go. That's a big steep hill. If you can hold it straight.
You have arrived at your destination.
Well, what if we jump off of that at like 250 miles per hour? Oh, and something I'll just, since there's only a couple of you watching right now, I can tell you, and no one else will know. On the channel where I actually go out and check out people's real cars and then cut that car in the game. So I've got a couple in mind right now. The same horsepower, replicate the whole car in the game. So that's one of the things I'm gonna find some cars, act some video, and do that with. Looks like we're not gonna. In fact, we might not even be alive at that point. Let's see. This car gets a lot of speed, but it's at that speed. Oh wow, that was lucky. I was on the parking brake and the brake shot through the front porch of that building. Here as fast as I possibly can. Get out of the way, get out of the way. I'm not gonna have the speed I wanted. Who else thinks Forza should have it so when you wreck like that, that'd be hilarious. See the guy. He really should be wearing a helmet. Okay. That's pretty much enough for. Thanks for watching. I try to do a live stream every weekend. Like I said, I'm going to be taking a 17-hour road trip. Definitely after that, we'll be back every weekend. And I'm kind of playing around here. You can leave in the comments. I'm trying to determine whether it's better to do live streams on Sunday or Friday or Saturday or, what. Please put it in the comments so I can know. And please hit the subscribe button if you like this channel and hit the like button if you just end it there.